All right, so first thing you got to do is click the templates. And we're going to use, just to keep it simple, ACAD or ACAD.DWT. ACAD DWT right here. That's a basic template, nothing too fancy. I'm going to move over here towards the origin using the hand tool. Just grab around. You can also use different commands to center it, but let's keep it simple for now. Anyone have any issues getting to this point? You guys, your software's working, right? Before I start doing stuff.
Yeah, mine's still loading.
All right, I'll hold up a little bit. Okay, 1 second. All right, let's get started then. So let's just do some basic stuff. Let's make the circle. We'll click center radius. See, there's different ways to make a circle. You can use center and diameter, center radius, 2 points, whatever. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to choose a random circle and go over the features, right? So here we have undo. So if you mess something up, you'll undo the last command that you did. So since that was just one command, then the whole thing is gone, right? But let's say you made a line here. Also, before we start, down here there's a snap mode. Go ahead and turn that on the lower right toolbar here. So when you're drawing, it'll kind of snap to these little corners here, the units. And you can decide what these units are. Currently, they're 0.5 for every square. So 2 squares is considered 1 unit. And you can adjust that to be whatever you like. Or you can even change it to millimeters, centimeters, inches, which we'll do later. But for now, just make sure that the snap mode is on. So the cursor is right on there, right? You see that? Now, once you've made your 2 points to form a line, using the line command, just hit spacebar. It'll end. It will end the command. Also, if you hit spacebar again, it will repeat the last command you did. So now it's back in line mode. So I'll make another line over here. And hit enter. So now those are 2 different commands that I can undo. So if I hit type U and then enter, it undoes. It removes the last command. And I can also click up here, redo or undo, bringing my line back. Okay, so nothing too complicated. Now you could just form everything at once if you want to. Not a big deal. Using the line command. But if I undo that, it removes the entire thing that I did at once. See how I connected 2 lines in one moment at one time? So the undo removed both of them. So sometimes when you're doing complex stuff, you might want to do a little piece at a time, depending on what you're doing, just in case you don't want to erase everything, right? It's kind of like a better save point, I guess. Anyway, let's remove all this crap. And let's get to an actual example. Just remember, up here we have our open, save as, print, etc. In this program, they call it plot, which is basically you're printing your design onto PDF or printer or whatever. And you can decide how you're going to print it, like within what bounds, or do you want to center the image, which we'll talk about later. Okay. Just want to make sure you know that you have a bunch of commands here and down here. Because any questions on those first couple of basic things? Okay. So down here, we're gonna. Oh, what's up?
Where was the button to put in the exact like point?
Oh, so you can like not have it have to aim is the snap mode. See, let me show you the difference, right? So if I have snap on, it kind of centers itself, right? But if I turn it off, I kind of just freehanding it and I gotta eyeball the center, which is probably not gonna happen, right? So make sure it's on, at least for now. Most of the time you'll be using it, and then you can also customize snap to snap certain ways or certain spots, etc. Okay. All right. So let's practice making a box using different methods. Okay. So I'm assuming we're all looking in the same location. 1 second. Some people are entering the room. There we go. Okay. So what I want you to do is click the draw on the upper left here and select multi-point or multiple points here. So once you do that, it's waiting for you to specify the point. So what I want you to do, you just go ahead and type them in. Okay. So let's type in 3 and 1 for the first one. Now the next one, I want you to type in 9 and 1. So see, notice how the points already started to appear right down here. All right, let's do 9 and 8 next. Oops, a little lag in there a bit. And the last one will be 3 and 8. So one more time, the points are 3, 1, 9, 1, 9, 8, and 3, 8. So at this point, I can just hit escape and be done with the multi-point command. So now that I know exact points where I want my corners to be of the box I'm about to draw, you can just select the line command and just connect them, right? With snap on, it's pretty easy to hit those targets, right? But since I did that as all in one setting, undo would erase it because I did not do it one by one, right? So let's do it over again. If I select the line command, click here and there, and hit spacebar again, a new command, spacebar again, redo the command, end command, restart command. There we go. Oops, missed that first one. So now if I undo, it'll do piece at a time. See what I mean? Instead of the whole box. So one last time, the points were 3, 1, 9, 1, 9, 8, 3, 8. Now, for those of you that came in late, open the AutoMe, type it in the box here. Chat box. Open. So please open the software, go to the templates once it starts, and choose AutoCAD.dwt. This is the basic template. Once you do that, I want you to draw a box with the corners at these locations. The corners will be here. Alrighty. 931 9198 31919838. Yeah. Okay. So that way we don't have to memorize stuff. Okay. All right then. So now I'm going to redo the box, but this time I'm going to use only the line command. So I'm going to remove everything. Let's pretend I never drew those points, right? So I'm going to undo all the way to the beginning. So using only the line command, I want you to select exactly where the corner you want the corner to be. So the first point, you can just simply type it in. So it's 3, 1, enter. and it does the first point. But notice how now it's asking for, okay, how long is this line going to be at what arc, etc. You know what? No, I want to make a point, a simple point. I'm not doing any weird angles. So what you do is hit the pound sign or hashtag, whatever you want to call it, and then hit 9, comma 1 for the next point. See how it forced it to be a point instead of an angle or whatever. And then do it again. Hashtag 9, comma 8, pound sign 3, comma. So make sure you actually hit the comma. Press enter. So now it's closing the box off. Now, at this point, you can re-enter the last point, or you can simply hit C and close the box. So it knows that it's going to close the figure that you're drawing using C. So this time I just typed in used the line command and told it which points to connect the lines. Okay. But of course, you could always draw it yourself using snap like we did earlier, but sometimes you may need to type in the exact coordinates. All right. Guys, have any questions so far? This is a simple example.
Yeah, how are we supposed to? So I'm not getting the option to enter the coordinates.
You know, hit the pound sign, like hit shift and number 3. It should allow you to start typing a coordinate once you have started the line command. So
Okay,
line command first. If the point doesn't show up, you can force it by hitting pound and then typing the point. So for each point, make sure you start with the pound sign.
Sir, can you repeat the numbers for the points?
Yeah, I put it in the chat box, but sure, I'll repeat it anyway. It's 31919838. So remember, when you get to the final point, you can close the box with C, or you can just tell it to go back to 3-1. Okay.
I have a question right quick.
Sure.
For me, I'm able to get the points down, but I'm not getting like the lines for the box.
So you're using the line command, right?
Okay, I hit line command and then
So you
hit
hit the line command, and then you type in the points right here. You start typing it in now.
Oh, okay.
The multi-point is just another way to have a point of reference when you're making your box. That way you know you're hitting the right spots.
Oh, okay. I was just hitting multi-point. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll only draw little corners. That's it.
Where in the chat that you put down the numbers?
Let's see here. Yeah, just go to the chat box here, and you should see my instructions.
I don't see it in the instruction in the chat box either.
I just see where somebody put here, but it might have been that I entered a little bit late. But I
You know
don't
what?
see it.
I typed it in the waiting room, not the current room. I didn't know you could do that. Sorry about that. So this is for people who are late. Okay. Let me go ahead and type the next set of points. We're going to draw a box within the box using these points. Okay. So let's practice it one more time. Click the line command, hit the pound sign, and start typing in your points. So 4, comma 2, enter, pound sign, 8, comma 2, enter, pound sign, 8, comma 3. Oops. Undo. Oh man. Let's just choose our own points. I think that last point was messed up. So one unit in to the from the corner here will be our corners. Let's see. I'll write those down in a second. Okay. Yes, 3, 5, 1.5. 3, 5, 1.5. Where is my chat box?
So like in the future, would we be able to make this like this grid units of measure, like actual units, and then input actual like
Yeah, we will
distances
have
and
to.
lengths?
Yeah. Very soon, then that is going to be the requirement because we're going to be making figures that need to be within a certain tolerance or dimensions. And when you make a design, people have to be able to read what you're talking about. So you'll have to put notations, units, etc. Because if you take a design of someone, you want them to build it, right? They need to know you're talking about feet, inches, or miles, or what are you talking about? Let's see here. Stupid thing. 1 second. Alrighty. Anyway, does have any questions so far? Drawing lines and boxes, not too bad, right? I'm hoping it's not giving you too much trouble. Let's see here. You guys able to use the space bar and repeat commands? And are you able to close a box? Okay. Alrighty. So down here we have the grid display. So you can remove the grid if you just want to look at the design, or if you want to print it without any stuff in the background, you can adjust, or just to get a better look at it. Okay. Next thing I want you to do is practice saving this. To save as, great. Just so you know how to save the file. And for your homework, I want to make sure you put your first name, first initial and last name, and then the name of the assignment. For this one, just put great. Let me give you an example in the chat box. So whenever you're doing your homework, make sure it's saved this way before you upload it. And you will upload a DWT file or DWG. All right. Now let's go over printing, just so you're comfortable. Here we go. So printing or plot gives you a lot of options. It's very, you can do all kinds of things really. This guy here just basically says where you want it to go print to. I'm just gonna do PDF because I'm not gonna print it. What I recommend though is to choose limits. That way it'll do the print around the limits you specify. So currently it has like a standard window, like 5x8 or something.
Should we be seeing your screen?
Oh shoot, I didn't turn it on, did I? Thanks, man. Let me turn that on again. There we go. So as I was saying, to print, just click the icon upper left, or use the command, either way. Once you open up, as you can see, there's many options. For now, just choose print to PDF. And over here, as I was saying earlier, what to plot, right? What are we printing exactly? Well, use the limits, because you can set the limits when you're designing stuff. There's a default setting, so it's going to default to whatever it is. Okay, it's like a 5x8, 5 by something. Who cares, right? You choose the settings. I don't remember the default though, somewhere around there. But anyway, so you can customize it however you want. You can remove the grid in the background. You can make certain lines thicker. If I hit preview, it'll just show the box. But anyway, guys have any questions on this first example we did today? You comfortable with the line command, the multi-point command, closing while you're at the end of a shape, or undo and delete? For example, this guy up here, the erase, can delete a specific line instead of undoing everything. So let's say you drew all this at once. Like I only want to delete one line. You can do so. Okay. All right. It's 6:44. So what I want you to do. Also, who came in late? I counted everybody absent who wasn't here at 6:18. I think 6:19.
That was me, Adonis.
Okay, I may put you.
I think I came in a little late too.
Moise, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got you. You're here now. Gilbert, did you come in late? Is you here? Gilbert de la Cruz? No de la Cruz. There's two Gilberts, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
here? No? Okay, so there's only two absences then, right? So only Gilbert de la Cruz and Kevin are absent. Everyone else is counted present. If that's wrong, let me know soon. Okay, so please go open your modules. I've put up the first homework. It should be very easy. Have you guys picked up the book at this point? It's another question.
No, sir.
Let me see if I can give you a scan because you can't see the homework problem. Give me a sec. But the homework will be 1.2 in the book, and it's due Wednesday. I want you just to finish it. If you should be able to finish it right in this second, because it's pretty easy, and I can help you out as well because we have quite a bit of time left. But let me find the assignment. That way you can get started. Give me a few minutes, since some of you do not have the book.